y'all. I was pretty sure I was doing the change-up wrong. Not change-up, the curveball wrong.
How to throw a curveball. We're going to be focusing on the palm up curve because this is the one we start with everyone who's first learning the curveball, because we do feel that it allows you to get the best spin and it allows you to keep your arm tighter to your body. And while we're talking about keeping your arm tight to your body, probably one of the most common issues that we see with the curve is girls either trying to swoop away from their body and they come around, or their elbow gets away, or they don't get all the way to their finishing spot. It is so once we get down the back side of the arm circle, now we're leading from that elbow again. That elbow is going to glue to our side, and that arm is going to whip across to the opposite, out and around, and then across, immediately down across. So that's because this one is also, and unfortunately, there are a lot of coaches out there who will actually tell girls to do this. They will tell girls to throw their shoulders at it because the curveball will wrist and finger strength to get good spin. But you might be throwing disengage, and as you throw it more and more. So let's do, and they'll say, you know what? Try to just throw the curveball. It creates space between the arm and the body. It makes the pitch go way too far outside. If your arm is slower, it's going to make your arm get stuck behind your body, and you're going to see that pitch miss inside. It is so important. I want you guys to really remember these two issues we're talking about. It is so important to keep that arm tight and to make sure that, because it's a little bit different. So, if you see where these two skinny seams are, right where it says dream seam, I'm going to take my ring finger and my middle finger, I'm going to place them right on those two seams. My other two fingers are going to rest just right next to those fingers, and my thumb is going to grip the seam on the bottom. Now, you can just hold it like this, or I have also seen some pitchers kind of curl this finger, whatever feels comfortable to you. All right, so now I'm going to throw this pitch, and I'm going to go ahead and freeze on the finish so we can talk about some things. So here we go. Load, deliver. All right, so let's hold it here for a second. Notice anything different from any of my other pitches? I hope you guys can see my feet. I'm going to take a little hop back in case you can. But you'll notice that my front foot has landed on the power line. Whereas for pretty much every single other pitch that we throw, it lands slightly to the left of the power line if you're a righty, slightly to the right if you're a lefty. But now my foot's on the power line. That's because the curveball requires a little bit more front side resistance than any of our other pitches. It allows us to maintain our front side resistance while we're whipping across to get really good spin. Now again, we're not taking a huge step across the power line. I like to tell my girls right where the arch of your foot is. That's the part of your foot that should land on the power line. And then the only other difference is that my arm, my hand has finished here instead of out, like a fastball. So I got to the back side of the arm circle, pulled down from the elbow, my arm stayed tight to my body, and I got to the top of the pocket, if I had pockets, on the opposite hip. So whipping down and across, crossover step on the power line. Those are the only two differences from our fastball. The push out off the rubber is the same, the stacking and the levelness in our body is the same, the rough work is the same. We're just going to make sure we have that little bit of a crossover step, and we're going to be pulling down and whipping across. So let's take another look. All right, so here we go. Load, crossover, and deliver. And again, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I have a number 3 target right on the left side of the plate, and I'm hitting it every time. All right, guys, so this has been your how to throw a palm-up curveball. Coming soon on... Hey guys, welcome back, and today we are going to be talking about how to throw your screwball. Now, the screwball was never one of my there's two primary ways that I've seen them grip. So one is pitchers will grip it like that curveball that we talked about last video. So there's two skinny seams. We take the ring finger and the middle finger, place them on those two seams, and then the thumb goes underneath. But I have also very commonly seen girls grip it like a fastball. So the C grip. I personally prefer to hold it like my curveball, so that's what I'm going to be showing you guys. Alright, so here we go. I am going to deliver this pitch, and I'm going to freeze on the finish so we can talk about some important things. Here we go. Load. Okay, so let's freeze. So, again, notice where my hand is. Out at the end of the throw zone, just coming very slightly away from my body with my palm up because I've had to spin kind of underneath that ball. But notice that I'm still nice and tracked so that my hand can get through. Now, opposite of the curve, and honestly, I should have even taken a little bit more of a step off. Opposite of the curve, where we have that crossover step, for the screwball, we're going to take even more of a step off the power line. Again, it's not going to be way out here. Just a little bit more of a step to the left, so we're creating that extra space for our arm to get through. So my hand was here, had my foot lands slightly to the left, slightly more to the left of the power line, and you'll notice that after I drove through, my drive-through foot took a little step that way. That's because the screwball is also the one pitch where we are allowed to have just a little bit of upper body lean across the power line. So again, give ourselves that extra space for the arm to get out to the end of the throw zone and spin away. But that kind of takes my momentum across the power line, so when you drive through, you might see your pitchers take that little step across the power line, which is fine as long as they are still tracked. So again, we don't want this. We want tracked. So let's take another look at that. Load. Deliver. Okay, so this has been our how to throw a screwball. Again, coming very soon on Fast Pitch Power Plus and in the advanced clinic, we are going to be having a lot more in-depth instruction for this pitch, as well as a ton of different drills that you can do to practice the spin for this pitch. I've got Hey guys, Coach Jill at Fast Pitch Power here. I hope you're all doing well. This past weekend I had the amazing privilege of having one of my online students fly in to work with Coach Phil and I in person, all the way from Texas. We had such a great time working with her. She really made huge improvements over just 3 years. If you follow us, we had her through a message. I thought that was imaging. So, and like, so that you guys can see our drop curve can have a couple of different grips, but primarily the ball here, you can see there's like a backward C made by those seams. So what we do for the fastball, the drop, and sometimes the drop curve is we take our thumb and it goes on the bottom.
Hi, Phil Schoenberg, Fast Pitch Power. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the curveball, which, along with the drop curve, and get to that. A lot of pitchers, that side of the pitching, taking their pitching hand and dragging it across the throw zone, think it could be that makes the ball from one side of the out. Is the difference in air pressure between the drills that you can do on your knee in your own home to just develop that spin. But as far as a curveball as you become, the difference between is going to make it. The ball is 4 or 5. Getting ready to throw my foot for a right hand. So there's a tight, a throw zone, a drive through, without the throw zone, bring it down. Without the throw zone, move it. Same thing holds true for a curveball or any movement pitch, but we're talking about a curveball today. The difference is the shape of the throw zone changes. So as I come off the pitching rubber now, the rubber's back there, but I want to be close enough to you so you guys can see this. As I come off the pitch.
Hey everyone, I'm Megan Remblack, and welcome to my channel, Meg Rem Softball. Hi, Audrey here. So we're going to go through a couple. These are great for easy. There, what I like to do is called high five, low five. So high five, low five is just how it sounds. You're going to high five yourself. We just hugged ourselves. Now we're going to high five ourselves. So we're really just kind of essentially doing this motion where we're going to flip hands. You're really feeling this off. You tie a knot. And what you're going to do is usually I like to kind of find a place where there's, a nice line. So you can always make sure that we've got a nice body position. And all we're doing here is we're just going to create a windmill with this ball and this sock and just really get that arm going as well. We're just really feeling that. We're just getting loose. If we really come in that, for more seasoned pitchers, there's a couple of things. So one of the things that I will always do no matter what drill you're doing is I love
Hey guys, Coach D here with DR3 Fast Pitch, and I'm so excited to show you one of my favorite drills for beginners. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a heavy play ball, wham. From here, you're just doing a reverse that we are not being hurt. You're going to have the more air. Reverse circle slam, making sure that we're sticking. Just think about if you hit like this, you get what? A weak pop fly. What you can do is tap, tap, drive. So build a rhythm. Build some timing, and when you girls, make sure you check out my website, dr3fastpitch.com, under my Instagram being my largest. This is me versus me, and best believe I'm coming out on top every time. Look, this is me versus me, and best believe I'm coming out on top every time. Look, this is me versus me, and best believe I'm coming out on top every time. Look, this is me versus me, and best believe I'm coming out on top every time.
My name is Jordan Johnson. I am a junior, and I'm a pitcher, and I'm studying criminology here at UCA.
My name is Tyler Vernon. I'm a catcher. I'm also a junior, and I'm studying music.
Okay, open stance. Yeah. So put your hand at release. Perfect. Now at release, show me a rise ball spin. Show me a curve ball spin. Show me a drop ball spin. You passed. Amazing. Thanks.
I'm coming in hot.
up, bicep curl, straight back 90 degrees. 1, 2, 3, go. Are you driving? So there are a few different ways to throw a chain. So where's your pressure point?
On the side of my index finger.
And you're feeling what?